Support WrestleTalk!
Share this video on social media. Thanks for your support on Patreon, Paulie Dangerously Jarman. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk Super News. I'm Ollie Davis. We've got a packed show for you today, including Sasha Banks' WWE future being revealed, AEW Controversy over the weekend, a top WWE wrestler having backstage heat, and of course, as always,
A little bit of the bubbly.
click the timestamps in the video description below to jump to any of those stories right now and answer our question of the day in the comments down below. How would you debut Marty Scurll in AEW? Because I'll be answering comments from out of nowhere saying floating down from the rafters with an umbrella. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. And also remember, WrestleTalk needs you, because we're recruiting for more on-screen presenters, script writers, website writers, video editors, YouTube comment moderators, social media managers, and more. That doesn't just include for wrestling, but also our video game and movie channel Screen Stalker. Click the eye that's just appeared above my head, or the link in the video description below to find out how to apply with a description of what we're looking for and what you need to submit for each role. Because when SmackDown moves to Friday nights in October and AEW and NXT begin the Wednesday Night Wars, we're kind of screwed and haven't got enough people to work all the days in the week. Forward planning! This is Bray Wyatt. After being slowly booked into the ground over the last 5 years, he made his in-ring re-debut as new character The Fiend at SummerSlam. And now, just a month after, he's scheduled to fight for the Universal Championship in October's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Going by his recent tweet, he intends to stay there. A rattlesnake's skin's the same color as the leaves, she said. You gotta get them before they get you. Attributed to Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt thought he was safe, that not even Vince McMahon could derail his edgy new horror character. But little did he know there was a viper lurking in the comments when Randy Orton tweeted from out of nowhere. Wait, wasn't Sister Abby in that barn of yours I burnt down? You mean to tell me we put ourselves and the entire world through a House of Horrors match and she's still around? But for once, Orton didn't have the most savage tweetality over the weekend. In the second episode of VETV, the Being the Elite style series for Marty Scurll's Ring of Honor faction villain Enterprises, Scurll had to fire fellow gang member Flip Gordon because, in a classic Brock Lesnar heel move, he'd ordered his steak well done.
Yeah. Okay. We got the feedback for VETV episode 1, and turns out that the fans, they hate your guts. Yeah. People were pissed.
All over the steak?
People were pissed about you ordering a steak well done. Even Zack Sabre Jr. was pissed about your well done steak. Anyway, I'm so sorry it's had to come to this, but Flip, you're fired.
What?
Yeah.
Fired?
Yeah.
Dude, I have bills to pay.
Dude, it's week 2 and you up already. What can I say?
On hearing that Flip was now factionless, a fan helpfully suggested if Flip Gordon is out of Villain Enterprises, he should go join Bullet Club like he always wanted to on Being the Elite. To which Gordon replied, are they still a thing? But little did he know there was Bullet Club member Tama Tonga lurking in the comments, who replied from out of nowhere, is your company Sweetality? And Tama wasn't done there, as he then killed them dead again to make sure it was actually dead. You've got a 5'2" Mary Poppins as your leader, a one-leg, one-arm handicapped mercenary, a 68-year-old Frankenstein who's not human but obviously is when he dove at the floor and split his wig. What are you guys? The failed Being the Elite recruits? Ring of Honor and New Japan, remember, have a really good working relationship right now. But Scurll might not be a failed Being the Elite recruit for much longer. While Gordon is reportedly contracted to Ring of Honor through 2020, Scurll's deal is apparently up in 2 months' time in November. The villain has always been noticeable by his absence on the All Elite Wrestling roster, with him having one of the highest profile matches against Kazuchika Okada at their prequel show All In last September, and being a long-time cast member of their YouTube series Being the Elite. All the other main players at the time, Cody, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Page, all went on to form AEW. AEW. This was because all their contracts expired around December 31st last year, leaving Marty as the odd man out. But now, with his ROH deal end on the horizon, it's very interesting to see that All Elite Wrestling have just started following him on Instagram, or the Gram, or Insta if you're into that fast-talking slang kind of thing, along with Ortiz of LAX and Tenille Dashwood, who both debuted for AEW at All Out last Saturday. CM Punk to AEW Marty Scurll To AEW confirmed. But just to double check, I should really reach out myself. Because AEW aren't yet following Scurll on Twitter, I'm going to attempt to use the Gram to make contact. Now, we only just launched WrestleTalk's Instagram account last weekend. Go follow us at WrestleTalk.official. So I haven't quite got the hang of it yet, but I'm gonna give it a go. Can't be that difficult. So, M-A-R-T. Why is it filming? Why is it filming me? Andy! Andy! With AEW's next pay-per-view Full Gear being in November, that could be where Scurll makes his debut. Tickets for the event went on sale last Friday, and for the first time since the company's inception, AEW's immediate sellout momentum has finally come to a stop. It's been a good year while it lasted, time to go back to WWE, I guess. While Full Gear didn't sell out on the first day, tickets are still selling well, as Wrestling Inc. have shared a look at the remaining tickets in Baltimore, with all the grey blocks as sold. AEW is definitely framing itself as a more progressive, inclusive, and socially conscious promotion in comparison with WWE, with Chief Branding Officer Brandy Rhodes speaking to Bleacher Report over the weekend about AEW's openly gay wrestler Sonny Kiss. When you have someone like Sonny Kiss, who is very much on the surface who he is, there is no way we're going to say maybe he should be different, do different moves, or act a different way. He is who he is, and who he is perfect. He's very talented, and we absolutely love having Sonny as part of the roster. But that message is rather undermined when one of your co-executive vice presidents is filmed chanting a homophobic slur at a Mexican wrestling show. Cody appeared at Mexican promotion AAA's biggest show of the year, Triple Mania, last month, where he celebrated alongside Psycho Clown and Cain Velasquez following their trio's win, using Psycho Clown's "Puto" catchphrase. A clip of the celebration even made it to AEW's Road to All Out series on YouTube. Problem is, puto is Spanish slang for a male prostitute, and it can be often used as a homophobic slur, and it's been cracked down heavily on its use among other homophobic chants, most notably in soccer in recent years. Outsports contacted AEW for an explanation over the weekend, to which a spokesperson issued this apology. Cody joined his teammates at AAA Triple Mania for what he understood to be their post-match tradition in Mexico, and was unaware of any negative connotations. Certainly the last thing Cody would want to do is to hurt or offend anyone anywhere. Oy, now that's a serious story to try and segue out of. I can't really think of a way to maturely and respectfully transition from that news piece to hey look, Rusev's got a new moustache! Showing off a clean-shaven look on Instagram just a few weeks ago, Bulgaria's George Clooney has since grown this beastly tash since, and it's glorious. Rusev hasn't been seen on WWE TV since Super Showdown in April though, and he reportedly still hasn't signed a new contract, despite what Brad Shepard says. But we finally do know what's going on with Sasha Banks' WWE future. Banks reportedly tried to quit WWE over WrestleMania weekend when she was told just hours before the show that her and Bayley would be dropping their then treasured women's tag titles to the Iconics. Apparently, Sasha had been promised they would would be able to make the new belts mean something. And she felt losing them to a comedy tag team just a few months after them coming into existence wasn't the best version of that. She then disappeared off WWE TV until last month, where she returned with blue hair, turned heel, started a Raw Women's Championship feud with Becky Lynch, and then paired with also now a heel Bayley. It seems that is enough of a push to have convinced Banks to stay with the company, as Brian Alvarez has said on Wrestling Observer Live that Sasha has agreed a new WWE contract that'll see her stay with the company for the foreseeable future, meaning her behind-the-scenes tension appears to have dissolved for now. But to paraphrase Albert Einstein, backstage heat cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be changed from one WWE superstar to another. Ex-UFC fighter Matt Riddle is one of the most promising wrestlers in WWE, and a potential NXT call-up for the reportedly more sports-orientated SmackDown when it moves to Fox next month. But in a bizarre series of tweets over the weekend, it seems he's not very well liked backstage. First posting, when none of your co-workers like you and you can't get a ride to work. Hashtag lone bro, hashtag bro, hashtag stallion, hashtag brover, hashtag suplex. And this shoot-like video.
This message is for all the pieces of trash and hags and whatever other word you want to call them that couldn't give me a ride today because their cars were too full with so much talent. I hate you all. You're garbage.
This prompted former NXT champion and locker room leader, the currently out injured Tommaso Ciampa, to sternly reply, "The boys shall police themselves," aka go f yourself. Which Riddle had something to say back to that too. He said the F word, so this must be real. Well, this could all be a work because pro wrestling, it fits an odd pattern of behavior for Riddle, who also called out Goldberg during April's Super Showdown for being a bad wrestler. Riddle later revealed Goldberg confronted him about this backstage, where Bill told him he was being disrespectful, something that didn't faze Riddle, as he claims to have replied, "Okay man, that's my opinion, I'm just not a huge fan of your work, I'm just not. It's not great pro wrestling, bro." Riddle has also clashed with Chris Jericho online last month, saying he'll beat the S word out of him. So Jericho called him the Super King of Schmoes while making fun of his look. Episode 2 of our brand new series, the WrestleTalk Showcase, is live to watch right now by clicking the video on the right. It's got a full match between former Defiant star Martin Kirby against two brilliant up-and-comers in Sean Custom and Scotty Davis, and also highlights from Gabriel Kidd versus Jody Fleisch. Watch it now and support WrestleTalk, support independent wrestling.